going on, guys? 9/11, 3:50 a.m. I just finished up my live stream right now, playing some Madden 2012. Steve, the fucking Polk High School Al Bundy pose. And yeah, I'm just chilling, laying back in my chair, relaxing. Yeah, Madden. I like Madden, man. Madden's doing pretty good, but I'm pretty upset at the fact that there's so many douchebags that play Madden, man. You know, fucking onside kick. They go for it on 4th and 52 and 4th. It's like, whatever happened to actually playing the game normally? I think ever since like the statistics part of the game came out, I think people just started like, you know, not really caring anymore about, you know, actual like legit gameplay and wanting to play the game normally. Like, you know, for me, when it's 4th and 4, I kick that shit. You know why? Because I don't want to risk it. What happens if I think I'm really cocky? All of a sudden, you know, I mess up a play. I'm fucked. And it's kind of like, whatever happened to just playing normal? Like, if anyone knows, like, how do I find these leagues where people play legit without, like, you know, all these crazy onside kicks and shit? Because I would like to, you know, join these places and, you know, have fun playing in these leagues. And I don't know. I feel like I can't even find like a proper game anymore without someone being a fucking douche dick, you know? But tonight was pretty fun. Basically the entire weekend, it's basically Towellee's weekend leveling. Towellee's weekend leveling. And I'm trying to level all my characters that are like level 80 all the way to 85. I have my warrior tank on Death Rocket at level 84. LaQuisha. Oh, girl. Oh, my God. It is so amazing. Jesus Christ. I'm level 83. And she's level 83 and a half over in Europe. And that loot, my Resto Shaman, is level 80. I have to level him. I'm probably going to level him last. I don't know. The minute I started, you know, leveling my tanks, I got too excited about tanking. I always get excited about tanking. Speaking of tanking, there's been like a lot of questions going on about what's happening with Huge in Japan, and I got pulled aside into the Ventrilo channel after days of me trying to just make some sort of contact with someone in my own guild just to have a conversation with them. And I was being told that I've made some mistakes during raid. We all do. Hell, I watch Insidia's raid, I watch, you know, Vodka's raids, and, you know, I see so many mistakes that are being made. And, you know, they handle their mistakes, but every guild handles people's mistakes in a different way. With me, basically, I've been told for the past, what is it, like 4 or 5 months or whatever, that I've made some mistakes. I accepted that. I was like, sure. They said during Heroic Shanix I was having issues kiting the boss, so they had to move me to get to tank the ads. No problem. It was a simple switch, simple tank switch. The other tanks the boss. He felt more comfortable doing that. I tanked the ads. I felt more comfortable doing that. Problem solved. Beth Talak, they said that I remember the people watching my live stream. I even mentioned it the next night. Remember there was a taunting issue. The healers wanted me to do a 3-2-1 taunt, and I think I messed up one of my taunts. And I just taunted without counting down, and I died like at 20 stacks because I didn't blow a cooldown when I taunted. And that was a mistake. And then they mentioned that on Heroic Rag, I died about 5 or 6 times to Engulfing Flames. Okay, I'm not going to deny that. I guess my point is being that we all die a lot sometimes throughout the course of a year or 5 months in raids. Some shit happens, maybe we wipe it and we call it. And then the ultimate thing was said during this little meeting that we had. I was told that my fans, you guys, the live stream was becoming a distraction for me in raids. That I was making way too many mistakes, like those mistakes mentioned, that I wasn't paying attention enough in Ventrilo, and that basically the live stream was a distraction, and it was slowing down progression. Yeah. Okay. So basically, my live stream, keeping me occupied, not maybe paying attention to a few details that might have been said, is slowing down progression. So let me get this straight. So for the past, let's see, when the hell did we get to Heroic Rag? Like a month ago, maybe we got to Heroic Rag. You know what? Let me check. Let me check when Domo died. Let's do a little backtracking here. Let me go to wildprogress.com here on my second monitor. I just like to see something. Domo died August 2nd. That was about like a month and a week ago. So so the live stream supposedly distracting me, causing me to make mistakes, was slowing down progression. But for the last 5 weeks, when we tried to raid on Wednesday and we could not, on Thursday or Sunday or Monday because no one showed up for heroic rag attempts and people were raid dodging. So basically missing about, 3 times 4, basically missing about 10 to 11 raid nights in the span of a month and a week due to people raid dodging and not showing up. That wasn't slowing down progression at all. I'm just wondering. You know what? It's easy for someone to pick out all of the wrongs out of when someone is maybe tanking or DPSing healing. But how can you seriously say that me live streaming and dying like 5 or 6 times to like engulfing flames on rag in the 150, 200 attempts we've made is the actual reason as to why we're slowing down on progression? I'm sorry. You know what? Just call me a bad tank. Just say, you know what? We don't think that you're fit to tank in this guild for our style. We think that those mistakes you've made in the last 5 months have caused us to believe that you cannot compete on this. I would rather them tell me that than say, your live stream distracting you is slowing down the progression of Heroic Ragnaros 25, man. But obviously, the 10 raid nights in 1 month of people raid dodging and not showing up for raid, that's fine, right? That's not actually slowing down progression. That's helping out. Yeah, we don't get to raid rag at all. But the people who show up to raid every day, every night, prepared, ready, mentally, flasks, ready to go, everything set, those guys are terrible players. Now, we all make mistakes. We all, at one point flop or something happens. You know what I'm saying? But if it took you 5 months to tell me that I was doing something incorrect, and apparently they've been trying to whisper me about it, but apparently I have my whispers tab separate because of everyone that whispers me. I don't know, folks, but when I was in my previous guilds, when officers wanted to talk to me, it would just be like, hey, Towelliee, come down to officer chat. I need to talk to you real quick. Okay, let's talk. Hey, dude, look, we don't think you're performing right now. We might have to sit you if you don't start performing, better. You might have to, you might want to maybe shut down your stream during our progression fights or shut it down while we're raiding and just concentrate on raid. You know what I would have said? Absolutely. I would do the same thing that Insidia does, Blood Legion, Premonition, Vodka. Whenever the raid leader or GM says, hey, some shit's about to go down right now, shut down your stream. We need you to concentrate for this fight. They shut it down. But apparently for them, I think the biggest problem here at Huge in Japan is the fact that there's a huge miscommunication between the officers and the members. Either that, or the officers just really don't have the balls and the brass to be confrontational with their members and talk to them on the side and explain what's going on. If there was any problem whatsoever with my tanking in the past 5 months, number one, no raid leader should let any problematic player go 5 months fucking up and still let them play. I'm sorry, 5 months? Really? You're going to let 5 months of someone fucking up? I don't know. In my opinion, it seems like there was some sort of ulterior motive to what was going on. There was some sort of other reason as to what's been going on. Because I have tons of video. I have the live stream watching me every night. I think the live stream gets on my ass too. Whenever I fuck up, I get made fun of on the live stream, and that's very rare. And that's very rare. But to say that I fucked up 1, 2, like 5 times in 5 months merits me being sat out for the foreseeable future. But then it hit me that once they actually mentioned the live stream being the reason as to why I'm underperforming and hindering the progression of the guild, that blew my mind. So I do what I have to do. I have to move on. I have to find a better place to call home. I don't really like, I don't like being bullshitted. It's what I don't like doing. I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? If I ever think there's a problem with someone, I go up to them and I confront them and I want to talk to them on the side. If you're seriously raid leading a guild and you're taking care of a guild and you really can't even communicate with your own members once in 5 months to let them know that you have some concerns, what kind of raid leader, what kind of officer is running the joint, basically? And I've been told from other members of HIJ that are currently still in the guild now. They told me, hey dude, don't worry about it. The officers don't talk to the members. They live in their own little circle. I don't like them. They don't like me. Shit like that. And it's kind of like, oh well. So that's like done with. People asking, Towelliee, are you kicked from HIJ? I don't think I'm kicked. Let's give you an update right now, live on my video log. I don't believe I'm kicked. If I am, it's probably because they've been watching my live stream and people have probably been going on the server and I guess trolling them, which I don't want you guys to do. By all means, do not go on my server trying to troll them. Obviously, they have their own ulterior motives as to why they're making all these changes, and it's completely up to them. Still says I'm in the guild. Anyway, so that's that situation. And like I said, folks, we all make mistakes. I've seen so many high-end guilds, tanks make mistakes on Heroic Rag, and then they get sat out, they get told what they did wrong, they come back in, they do their job right. Back in Ulduar, I was having issues with Yogg Saron a lot in the Yogg +1. Well, I fucked up a few times. I actually fucked up more in 1 week there than I have my whole entire time here in Fusion, Japan. And my raid leader took me to a separate room and said, look, right now you're playing like fucking ass, alright, Towelliee? We're going to sit you out. We're going to bring in this warrior. He's going to handle business. Try to figure your shit out. You're going to come back in next week. And what happened? I figured my shit out, came back in next week, and I did my job. It's all about communication, folks. When you're running a guild, it's all about communication. And if you want to be a little child about it, everything, and you want to just, make up random excuses like blaming a group of people that are watching me on a live stream that are distracting me as a reason for the slowdown of progression, that's absurd. That's insane. If ever, and I guess now it's kind of like a lesson for me, for whatever guild I join in the future, to let them know, hey, look, I have some sort of presence online. I have about maybe 700, 800, 900 people, maybe more, watching me while I'm raiding. I just want you to know that. And if you want me to shut down my live stream, by all means, let me know. I will do it at your request immediately. And I know I love you guys. Love you guys. Double chest pound. But, if my guild tells me to shut down the live stream for raiding, I'm going to do it because raiding is my lifestyle when I play WoW. It's what I like to do. But, all in all, I am looking. I picked out like 9 or 10 guilds that I believe that I would probably fit into. A few of them, I apped to about 2 or 3 of them just today, and we're going to see what happens with that. One of them I really, really, really would hope that they give me a spot. Even if I don't raid at first and I have to sit out, I will, just because I love this guild so much. They're mature. They run a well-oiled machine of a guild, man. And they've been actually around since vanilla. They're probably one of the most respected guilds on that server, along with the other guild that's really popular on that server. And they've been around since vanilla, and they're 6 to 7 hard mode. They're working on Rag as well, and I know some of the people in that guild already, and hopefully I can get in there, because it would actually be around people that I've actually raided with this guild before, for a very short time. And their officers are very, very strict. They know exactly what they want of their members. They don't give a shit what you think about theory crafting. They will go ahead and they will tell you what they need you to do in order to excel in the fight. They communicate every single day with their members. You know, it's almost like being in a military school, but with a bunch of fun guys, and they're older, they're more mature. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need to step away from all these guilds with underage children and people who say nigga this and nigga that and Jew Hitler this, Jew Hitler that. Maybe I need to finally step away from that type of immaturity and maybe just join a mature guild and have my own fun with the live stream on my own time. And still have fun with the live stream while I'm live streaming and raiding at the same time. But joining a guild for me is a very, very slow process. I don't expect to find one maybe for like a week or so, depending on who I talk to, what kind of Ventrilo interviews I'm having. And for me, it's a very slow process. I don't like to rush it at all. I really don't. I don't like to rush the whole application process. I like for the people from the other guild to contact me. Let's talk and vent. Let's see what's going on. Because even though when you're being interviewed to join a guild, they're interviewing you, you're also interviewing them. You're asking them questions. You need to ask them, how is your guild run? What's your loot system? What's your current situation with your DK, DPS, with your tanks or your healers? Is this guild, looking to expand in the future to other games? Maybe Star Wars, stuff like that, You always want to, turn it around and always interview the guild that's interviewing you. And people are suggesting that I should start my own guild. That would be nice. Maybe for Star Wars. I was thinking for Star Wars I might do something like that, because the best way to start any guild is to start fresh and to start new. To start new from the get-go. And make sure you start at the beginning of the game so you can grow with the game as it goes on. But unfortunate events that happened. It's very, in my opinion, it was very childish that they kind of just threw a bunch of guildies to the side, didn't tell them what was going on or anything, and then decided to tell them that they've had feelings about the performances of members for the last 5 months, and tell them 5 months later that they're going to be benched. What can I say? You know what? Like I said, we all made mistakes. As long as you tell me what mistakes I'm making, I fix them, and I excel, I adapt, and I improve. So that's the situation. I figured, as my fans, you guys should know what's going on, and I really appreciate your guys' support. I really urge that you guys don't go trolling anyone else's servers or anything like that. And the reason why I do want to keep the guilds that I'm apping to on the down low is because there will be trolls out there who will try to go to these servers ahead of time and cause mischief and mayhem. And like I said, once I speak to these people, I will let them know ahead of time that what my current situation is live streaming. And I guess that's one of the downfalls to live streaming and to being a very popular figure out there on YouTube and on the live stream scene, is that some guilds might not like the fact that you get so much attention, or that they get so much attention. Some guilds might be like, oh, this is pretty cool. You live stream, maybe we put up a banner for the guild website, blah, blah, blah. But some other people would be like, you know what? We're a hardcore raiding guild. We like to concentrate on downing bosses. We really can't have random people whispering our members, asking for you as a distraction. And that's, you know what? That's going to happen. This is my job now. I have to think of this as my job. I have to think of this, what I'm going to do. So if some guilds don't want to take me because of the live stream, then I will not argue it. I will say, you know what? I respect your decision, and you're probably right. But all in all, I will always have fun. I will always find a place to raid. There's a lot of places that I can call home right now. It's just finding the right one. So once again, thank you all for watching. This has been my video log, 9/11, 4:09 a.m. Peace. See you tomorrow.